بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, and today we will start with our first rule of Tajweed, the rule of Noon and Meem Mushaddad. So, first of all, what's the meaning of Noon and Meem Mushaddad? The Noon or the Meem Mushaddad, it's the Noon, the letter Meem that has Shadda sign on it. This is the Shadda sign, as we know that we stress while we pronounce it. So this rule, it concerns these two letters, the Noon or Meem, when they have Shadda sign on it. And this rule is one of the easiest rules of Tajweed. It simply says that if the reciter of the Quran faces any Meem or Noon Mushaddad that has the Shadda sign on it, the reader must do Ghunnah for 2 beats. So we need to understand what is the meaning of this. What is the meaning of Ghunnah? As it's written here, nasal sound. Ghunnah, it's a nasal sound when you push air through your nose, like these sounds. Mm, totally close my mouth, either with my lips, like in the Meem, or I close my mouth with the tongue, like in the Noon. So this nasal sound, we call it the Ghunnah. Now we understand the meaning of Ghunnah. What is the meaning of 2 beats? The rule says if you face any Meem or Noon that has Shadda sign on it, you have to do Ghunnah for how long? 2 beats. 2 beats actually means literal 2 beats. You know, like the music bands when they have something called the 4 beats in order to synchronize all the instruments together. So we need just 2 of them. Some of the scholars said that 2 beats are grabbing your fist and releasing it back. 1, 2. And some other scholars said that 2 beats are like folding your finger and straighten it up back again. So let's see examples in order to understand the Ghunnah and how to apply them on the Noon and Meem Mushaddad. Here on this table, as we can see, we have some examples for Noon Mushaddad, some examples for Meem Mushaddad. This one, we can see that the second letter is a Noon that has Shadda sign on it. We have to do Ghunnah for 2 beats, like this. Anna, the 2 beats. Anna, or grabbing your fist. Anna, Anna. And the same we will apply with the rest of the examples. We have the next one. لا ترون, لا ترون. The same with the next example. الناس, الناس, بالناصية. And this one. بجهنم, بجهنم. Let's see examples with Meem. عم, عم, وأما, وأما. Let's try the next one. فأما, فأما, فأمه. And the last one. إنا. So now we understand the meaning of this. So now we understand the meaning of Ghunnah and how long shall we do this Ghunnah. And let's apply this rule while we are reading an actual surah from Quran. So we have here Surah An-Nas, the last surah in the Quran. Let's try to read it, focusing on the rule of Noon and Meem Mushaddad. Every Noon Mushaddad we're facing while we're reading this surah, we have to do Ghunnah for 2 beats. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس, ملك الناس, إله الناس, من شر الوسواس الخناس, الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس, من الجنة والناس. So each and every Noon that has Shadda, we have applied the rule on it, and we did Ghunnah for 2 beats. Now we have a note here that we need also to explain. If the reader stops on a word ending with the noon or meem mushaddad, the ghunnah for the meem or noon mushaddad still have to be applied. Let's see an example for this. Here in Surah Ar-Rahman, in this verse, we see the last word of the verse, it has noon mushaddad. And we have to apply ghunnah for it, even if it's the last letter in the verse that we're stopping reading on it. Let's read this verse. فَيَوْمَئِذٍ لَا يُسْأَلُ عَنْ ذَنْبِهِ إِنسٌ وَلَا جَانٌّ. So the noon at the last word that has shadda, it's the last letter, and still we have to apply ghunnah for it. Again, وَلَا جَانٌّ for 2 beats. This is the end of this video. We have studied the rule of noon and meem mushaddad. See you the next time inshallah, starting with another tajweed rule. Assalamu alaikum.